Alright, here we go with today's video. Today we are doing a suggested idea by Blue Skills, once again saying that I should do a fantasy draft where I have to pick the Antetokounmpo family with my first 3 picks. So what I've done, I've put myself as the number 1 pick. We are the Bucks, of course. I've put myself as the number 1 pick, and we can then pick up Giannis and then Thanasis and all that. Then we can have the Antetokounmpos on our team. I just want to let you guys know that I'm sorry if I sound a bit nasally, a bit shit. I am still kind of sick, so it's probably not going to be the greatest. So I'm sorry if there's a lot of cuts and shit because I cough. We got to go with Giannis with our first pick here, and then we've got to, with our next pick, we got to take the next Antetokounmpo, and then we should be okay with all of that. So here we go. Can we pick up in the next Antetokounmpo? Second pick, we're picking up Thanasis, and then the next pick, we are going to be picking up our man Kostas. So there we go. We've got the 3 Antetokounmpos on our team. I'll simulate the rest of the draft and see what team we get. Before we get properly into the video though, did you know that 73.7% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel? Recently has gone down a lot, so thank you guys for that. That means you guys have hit the subscribe button. I really do appreciate that. But there's still 73.7% of you watching these videos right now that are not subscribed to the channel, and it would be greatly appreciated if you guys could just hit that red button. It takes a second out of your day, and I post videos like this every single day, so why the heck not subscribe to the channel? I'd appreciate it very much. But let's jump into the team. Our second best player is Jalen Brunson. Alright, another part of the challenge, by the way, guys, is that we have to play the Antetokounmpo guys minutes. So we have to give Thanasis minutes, and then we also have to give Kostas minutes as well. What position does Kostas play? He's a center, so that's good. We can play him at the center position, which means we've got an Antetokounmpo front court. So what we should need to do, we need to get a good point guard and shooting guard. We've got Giannis, so we should be alright, but we need a new point guard and shooting guard, and we should be a-okay there. We just got to let CPU rebuild our rotations for now. Mo Bamba is going to be probably get traded. Same with Shamit. I mean, probably not too much. Lonnie Walker probably going to get traded. There's a lot of guys here that we're probably just going to trade away. That's just what I'm thinking anyway. Who made it to free agency? Kylo Quinn, we can just sign him up, sure. So we need a new point guard, and what I'm thinking is we have literally no one on a big deal. So if we pair Mo Bamba and Kenneth Faried together, could we possibly get ourselves someone decent? I mean, we should probably have a look to see who's actually like rebuilding. De'Aaron Fox, we know we could probably get. Mark Brogdon, not the greatest. Lou Will, who's this? Spencer Dinwiddie. Kyrie Irving is listed as untouchable. I would like to try and get Kyrie, but I don't expect us to be able to do it. Nah, we probably can't go after Kyrie Irving. Probably not. So we're going to have to do trades here, and we could bring in John Wall. He's a pretty good point guard. Oh, Bam Adebayo and Pat Bev. Porzingis is nice. But I think Sabonis and Terry Rozier, that's not bad. Wall and Derek Favors is probably a pretty good one. Derek Rose isn't bad, but I'd probably use D Rose to come off the bench. I'm going to bring in John Wall and Derek Favors because I think we could probably get some more trade value out of John Wall. You know, we can move him to the shooting guard. He goes up to a 98, and then we can pair him and Derek Favors together again, and we could get what comes off? Porzingis and Mike Conley. We can get Pat Bev and Steven Adams. Like, decent. Lou Will and Zach LaVine's pretty good, because what we could do, we could probably start Zach LaVine, just saying, we could probably start him. He actually goes up to an 86 at the small forward, which is kind of cool. So what we could even do then, flip them, see what we could get. Victor Oladipo, John Wall and Wendell Carter Jr. We could bring John Wall back. We're going to bring John Wall back, move him back to the point guard. I think that's a sign that we're going to have to keep him. Then if we move Wendell and Kenneth Faried, what could we get here? Could we get a shooting guard, I guess? Or just get Bam Adebayo? I guess we could do that. I do like Bam. For some reason, Bam is really easy to trade for in this game. Just saying. He's really easy to trade for. But there we go. There's Bam. So now what we could do, we've got a center, but we can't start him. I mean, we could probably bring Bam off the bench, and I'm okay with that. I'm going to bring in Dwight Howard and Elfrid Payton. Sure, that seems like a stupid idea at the moment, but we can move Dwight to the power forward and Elfrid to the shooting guard. Both their overalls go up, and we can trade Dwight and Brunson, I guess, and see what comes up. What do you reckon? MPJ to come off the bench? I like that. I'll bring Michael Porter Jr. off of our bench. And now we've got Cody Zeller, who we could move to the 4 and flip with Elfrid Payton and see what we could get up here, because that would be nice. I mean, Marcus Smart and Aaron Baines isn't the worst, because what we could even do then, because Marcus Smart is our starting shooting guard now. Marcus Smart and TJ Leaf, we could probably get something here, I guess. Maybe. Larry Markkinen, he's got trade value. Plus, we also get Gorgie Dang. Decent. I don't mind that. So what we can we move Larry? No, we can't. Okay. and then we can move Gorgie to the power forward, and then we can trade Markkanen and Gorgie for someone here. For Victor Oladipo and Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, I like that a lot because now we've got ourselves a proper starting shooting guard in Oladipo. That defense is crazy. Not exactly the greatest shooting though. I mean, Oladipo can shoot the ball. He's got a B, and John Wall's got a B-. Just out of pure curiosity, I want to know what we can get for Aaron Baines and Rondae Hollis. We can bring in Jabari Parker first and PJ Tucker. Like, that's a pretty decent, like, pretty good value first round pick. I'm liking that New York trade because we get PJ Tucker, who we can move to the small forward. He goes up to an 81. That's decent as well. So we can move PJ to the small forward. He goes up, and we can trade PJ with who? Fucking Simons, I guess we'll do. Yeah, I'm bringing in Robert Covington, and as you guys all know, we're going to move him to the small forward and probably flip him. You know, that's it. Not even probably. We are going to move him to the small forward and flip him. Move him with Landry Shamet, I guess you could say. Marcus Smart we can bring back. We can bring in Brandon Clark even. Brandon Clark? That wasn't Brandon Clark. Ooh, Eric Bledsoe. I like that. I'm bringing in Eric Bledsoe. I like that. And then what we could even do then is move Oladipo and Bledsoe for someone, such as Chris Paul. I like that heaps. I so like that. John Wall, we could move to the shooting guard. He goes up 1 overall. John Wall as our shooting guard. I mean, he's 6'4". His defense is good enough. Is it possible we could bring in Klay Thompson, though? All right, I'm going to try and do a trade here for DeRozan and Nurkic. We're giving out John Wall and that New York first. It goes straight through. They did want to get an Antetokounmpo, but I did not like that. So what we're going to have to do is move Nurk to the power forward. Is it possible that we play DeRozan at the 2? We could. I mean, it's always possible. It's always a possibility that we could do that. Not going to lie. That's pretty good, too. Just saying. That's a pretty good deal. We can get Adams, Hassan, and Reggie Jackson. There's good trades here. Ooh, Kemba Walker. I don't think a Chris Paul and Kemba Walker backcourt would work. Just saying, I don't think so. So what I'm thinking, bringing Clint Capella and Brandon Ingram, and then we can probably move Clint to the 4, and then move Clint Capella and Brandon Ingram. See what comes up here. Nothing comes up in the trade finder, so I'm going to go across to here, and I'm going to try and pick up someone like Klay Thompson. I really do want, or Bradley Beal. Nah, Klay Thompson's probably better defensively, so yeah, we'll pick up Klay, if we can, that is. Just found out it doesn't work. So what we're going to have to do is trade Capella and PJ Washington for someone on a bigger deal, because it doesn't work because of salaries, and we need to find someone who's on a bigger salary that could possibly, you know, make up the salary for Klay. Dennis Schroeder, probably not the best. Jamal Murray doesn't have a lot of money. Oladipo. Yeah, we could do Victor Oladipo. Let's try that. And then we could go across, try this now. I'm going to try giving up CJ McCollum instead of Oladipo, because apparently Oladipo just doesn't have enough trade value. But, that means probably McCollum wouldn't have enough trade value either then. Alright, I'm going to try something... Alright, I'm going to try something different here. I'm going to offer up Derrick Rose instead of Brandon Ingram. Move Rose to the shooting guard and see what comes up. If that works, that would be lovely, but I'm not expecting it to. Just saying. It did not work. It did not work at all. So, DeRozan, could you be moved for someone else maybe? We can get fucking Brandon Ingram back. John Wall might work. He's a shooting guard. It might work. Maybe not. We're moving Derrick Rose for a first because Derrick Rose isn't working. So, if we go like this, I'm probably not going to work. It's not going to work. I can tell you that right now. So, Mirotic and say Cristiano Felicio. Let's see what comes up here. Probably not a lot, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm kind of getting tired of going after fucking Klay Thompson. Bring in Pat Bev, sure that works. We can bring in Gobert, so I'm gonna do that because we can move him to the power forward and stuff. That's literally the only reason. He goes up to a 91. So if we move Gobert, sorry, and then Bobby Portis, could we please get someone that we could play at the 2? Finally, the trade went through. We found one that went through. I gave up a lot of first-round picks. 3 first-round picks for Klay Thompson, and I gave up Alec Burks and Rudy Gobert, so at least we now have a starting shooting guard. We got Chris Paul, Klay Thompson backcourt, and we have Giannis at the power forward. We're gonna have both Antetokounmpos starting as well. So what we're gonna have, I will just sort out a rotation here so you guys can visualize it. So this is what the rotation would kind of be looking like: Chris Paul, Klay, Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo. That's what it would look like. We have to play at least all these guys at least 30 minutes. That's just a rule that I just came up with then, just to make it a little bit more of a challenge. Then we have Bam, Michael Porter Jr. coming off the bench. So what do we need? We need a point guard and probably point guard and a shooting guard off the bench. That's what we probably need most. Duncan Robinson and Quinn Cook, welcome to the team, lads. You got Duncan's going to be moved to the small forward because I know for a fact he does go up to 1 overall, but I mean it's still 1 overall higher than he was. And then we can go move Duncan for, I guess, another player if one wants to come up. A point guard in Jalen Brunson's pretty dang good. Or Dante DiVincenzo, that works as well. So I'll bring Dante onto the team. I don't mind Dante coming onto the team, and that could even be our starting shooting guard, just saying. Now we just need a backup point guard, and if we give up Schofield and Scott, what can we get here? We can bring in Daniel Gafford. He's got a bit of trade value that we can use here. Like Jalen Brunson, thank you. We've got ourselves Jalen Brunson now to come off of our bench. We have to see what we can get. If there's anyone better, why the heck not get him? So we have to look, and I'm guessing there's no one better than Jalen Brunson as a backup point guard right now. Oh, there's Devontae Graham. Thank you. We'll pick up Devontae. I'm quite happy with that. I saw out rotations and stuff. I think we've got a team that we can put together. This is a risky play, but we're going to give up our backcourt off the bench for Larry Markkinen, because I have a feeling that we could probably use him and Noah Vonleh, who we just got with Larry, to get ourselves a better backup point guard. Or, like, we can bring Derrick Rose. Ooh, or Spencer Dinwiddie. I'm thinking Derrick Rose just because he's a bit cheaper. Plus, we also get Austin Rivers in that deal. So, yeah, we'll bring in Derrick Rose, who can come off of our bench for us as a point guard. So, that's good. He's not going to be a shooting guard off our bench. And then we can get Austin Rivers and Solomon Hill. Hopefully, we can get, like, a decent shooting guard off of him. We'll bring in TJ McConnell for now, and we can move him to the shooting guard. And then we can pair him with, like, Jordan Poole and see what comes up. If we go TJ and Jordan Poole, could we get ourselves a backup shooting guard? Alec Burks and Pat McCaw. I'm going to do that because a lot of teams want Alec Burks, by the way, just saying. A lot of teams want Alec Burks, so hopefully if we offer him up, someone could give us something decent, you know? Terrence Davis and Pau Gasol is decent. We can move Pau to the power forward, so sure, we'll do that. And then we can move Pau to the power forward if we want. There we go. Does Terrence Davis go up at the 3? He does. His trade value goes up a little bit, so then what we can do is trade Pau and Terrence Davis for Brandon Clark. There we go. This is going to be just a video of me just trading. Just saying, it's just going to be a video of me trading all the time. Because I would like to make the best team possible. And this is one way to do it. We can bring in Fred VanVleet and Monte Morris. I'm doing that, man. Freddie VanVleet, we can move to the shooting guard. He goes up to an 83. Monte Morris goes up to an 80 at the shooting guard. So Fred and Morris, what can you get us? Come on. Show us the... Ooh, Lou Will. I like that deal. I saw the Lou Will deal, and I like it a lot. So, yeah, we're bringing Lou Will, and now we've got ourselves a backup shooting guard. We should be fine. Our rotation for this season, for this rebuild, in fact, is Chris Paul, Klay Thompson, Thanasis, Giannis, and Kostas as our starting 5. We then have Bam, Derrick Rose, Lou Will, and Michael Porter Jr. coming off the bench. Giannis, Chris Paul, and Klay Thompson are scoring options, and we've got a 3.5 star with defense. Power rankings, we're a projected 3 seed, apparently. I don't know. I don't understand it either. We're at the All-Star break, and we only have the one All-Star in Giannis as a starter on Team Kawhi. That's the only All-Star we've got this year. Well, it's at the end of the season. We ended up going 51-31. Giannis won the MVP. Good on you, Giannis. And he also won Defensive Player of the Year and Nick Nurse Coach of the Year. Fair enough. So Giannis, of course, makes All-NBA First Team. Kristaps Porzingis on the Lakers. Jeez. Big ups, Chris. Big ups. And I'm guessing we don't have any other Bucks. No, we don't. Do we get any other defensive Bucks? We get Giannis, and no, we don't. So we finish as a 3 seed in the East, which, I mean, is not the worst. I mean, considering we're starting 2 pretty bad players. Player stats here for the team. It is 28 points, 14 boards, and 7 assists for Giannis. You guys probably saw that. Klay Thompson, 21, 3-3. Chris Paul, 18, 5-9. Bam, 13, 8-1 off the bench. Derrick Rose, 10, 1-3 off the bench. And Lou Will, Michael Porter Jr. So Thanasis brought in 6 points, 2 boards, and 1.2 assists. And Kostas, 5 points, 6.9 boards, and 1 assist a night. So that's decent considering they're starting, though. Getting 30 minutes, probably not. Offensively, our team was the 8th best team. Defensively, our team was the 5th best team. And differential, our team was the 7th best. First round here against the Brooklyn Nets, the simulate round. See what we can do. I'll be happy if we make it to like the Eastern Conference Finals, man. That would make me happy if we just make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. But we have to get past Brooklyn first, and they're gonna say no. 3-2 and game 7, and we lose in the first round to the Brooklyn Nets. Who is on their team? Oh, they had Luka. That's why we lost. They had Luka. Yeah, alright, fair enough. But here was our team, guys. We had Giannis. Where are they? Down the bottom here. Thanasis and Kostas Antetokounmpo. So yeah, we put together a pretty good squad around the Antetokounmpos. So yeah, that's pretty dang awesome. Let me know what you guys all think down in the comments below, and if you guys have done it, let me know how you guys did and what team you put together as well. But that's gonna do it for me today. Hopefully you guys all have enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I mean, you made it this far into the video, so why the heck not subscribe? I post videos like this every single day, so be sure to subscribe to stay up to date with all of that. Again, I'd just like to apologize if my voice is a bit shit in this video. If you made it, I apologize for it. I am still sick, so I try to do my best to keep everything out, but my mind wasn't really there, and so I kept stuttering and all that, so I'm sorry about that. That's gonna do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys will have a good rest of the day. I'll catch you guys in the next video.